Well, hello, my YouTube friends. Um, I'm back again to do. I just got inspired by, and of course, I'm actually very, very excited and happy to be. I saw something on Barnes and Noble yesterday. Well, first of all, let me introduce who I am because I do forget to say that a lot. I'm Geraldine Ryan Lush and I write books. So now you know who I am. The name of my channel is Deanie Dishes and I write books. I've written my 19th book, should be out later on this year. A poetry book for adults. I've written all genres of writing, all categories of books. They're all published and they're all everywhere, all over the place to purchase. But anyways, this particular book that I'm excited about today is one, it's a story of a lady who hated to part with her treasures, her bits and pieces. So she faced a challenge in life, but in facing the challenge, she certainly found something that was probably in many ways greater than her treasures, but in other ways certainly that would enhance her treasures very much in life. So maybe the biggest treasure of all. So in actual fact, who would ever think you would find the love of your life at an auction or a thrift store? So somebody put up a review yesterday on Barnes and Noble about this book, Mrs. Clohigley's Clutter, and it was just so, I don't know, it was just too adorable for words really, because it gets to the crux of the different, the types of people that would really like this book. So, and she used the word cheeky, which the character in this book is very cheeky and feisty and kind of a type that, well, I'm going to do what I want to do and that's it. So, I'm my own person type of thing. Especially where she's like at a certain age in life. She's of a certain age. Let's just say she's over 60 and maybe even over 70. I really don't know. But anyway, she's of a certain age and she's living on her own, very independent and so on. And she has all her collections that she has had for many years. And she's a collector and a hobby artist, and she paints pictures of her things that she collects and everything, and when she paints her pictures, she donates them to charity. So something happened in her life after a while that caused a lot of challenges, and she handles it with a great deal of humor anyway. But I think it kind of says a nice message to all the people, all the women of a certain age that find themselves in a situation where they're facing some life's challenges after a certain period of time. And but this is a gutsy lady, and I think the book would speak well to people who just need a boost, need a boost to, hey, get on with it, and I can handle it, like, hey, this is great, something like that. But anyways, this person, she's from Ohio, and she put this review of this book up on Barnes and Noble, and barnesandnoble.com, where the book can be purchased, of course, as well as numerous other online outlets, as well as physically in stores. She called it glorious and cheeky. Loved it. This book is suited for all ages, but for women and men of a certain age who think that the world is passing them by. This is a delight. Mrs. Clohigley is going to enjoy what she enjoys. No minimalist hogwash for her. I loved her sense of adventure, her attitude, and who would dream you could find the love of your life at an auction or a thrift store. I adored the bit of romance in this humorous, cheeky book with delectable illustrations. I have some people on my Christmas list ticked off. Kudos to the author. And it's from a lady in Ohio. So I don't know. I just thought that was. By the way, why I read it from the phone is because I took a picture of it from the site of the review. So the book is here on the site. If I can scroll down there, Anyways, it's if you go to Barnes and Noble, you see the book. You see all my books actually, or a lot of them. So anyway, this is I'm going to just show you a few pictures in the book. It's a very colourful. The whole plot of the story is Mrs. Clohigley is this lady who she's been living in this apartment building or this apartment complex for quite a number of years, and she likes beautiful things, and she likes to collect and everything, and she's artistic, and she has a real artistic eye for artwork and just beautiful things, unique things, worldly things, or things from other parts of the world, or whatever. She just likes nice things. So she has a habit of collecting things, and she finds herself alone, and she lives alone with her pets, and her daughter is a teacher, and her daughter moves to Australia. And when her daughter left, she became very, very lonely, and she became vulnerable to, even though she liked collecting and stuff, she became very vulnerable to more collecting. So she just, she was lonely, and she used to go to these sales, thrift sales, estate sales, auctions, etc., and she would gather up all these things, and she would come home, and she would arrange them everywhere, and it would make her happy. So anyway, she just accrued a lot of things, and one day the superintendent of the building told her that, well, she's going to have to, she can't be just getting all these things and something like that. So anyway, he let it alone for a while, but in the meantime, somebody else complained about her budgies, her little budgie birds, and they were squawking too loud, and he couldn't sleep, all that. So somebody else complained about her little dog. So she had these animals for like 10 years or so for sure, and she had to give away her precious little budgie birds and her little dog and so on, and that made her really sad. So, but she gave them to people who she knew would take care of them. She didn't just abandon them; she gave them to people to take care of. So she was going along like this anyway, and she kept collecting things and everything, and nobody got over her time either. Even she certainly could speak up for herself. So and she really does speak up for herself and causes quite a stir when she decides to do something about her. She just happens to go to an auction one day, and she had her own artwork that she had painted, and her still lifes and everything. And that's when everything just, wow, something really big happens, right? So I won't tell you what it was, but it's certainly something that anybody of that category of people that are around us at that age or that station in life or whatever would certainly find very cheery. And I love that word that lady used when she said cheeky, because cheeky, it's an English term. It's an English expression, actually. I'm not sure what part of England it's. I guess all England. I don't know, but it's a very British expression, and then I've always loved that term, cheeky. Hey, I do my own thing. Don't mess with me, kind of thing. So she called her cheeky, and indeed she was cheeky. So here's just some of the pictures. The book is exaggerated, like, you know, it's a lot of hyperbole there, like where it says where she had her clutter daily from tops of cupboards, and she had her clutter curling out of open bureau drawers, and she had her clutter clattering in sinks and so on like that. That's just language that, you know, was meant to be hyperbolic language, exaggerated and just expressive, and it gets the point across. But she was very, she wasn't a real hoarder where she had everything all over the place and she had all this garbage lying around, things like that. She just liked collecting. But she was a lady, and she was a respectable lady, and she knew how to handle what she had, and she wasn't this this terrible, person that some people probably made her out to be. And so these are some of the pictures of these are her bureaus where she put her stuff, and she had everything so cozy, and lovely pastel colors and everything so cozy. These are her dressing tables and so on, and this is one of the paintings she did of a still life. She had collected this beautiful blue bowl and a few more things, and she just did a still life on a little table. And this is one of the paintings that she collected, or I should say the items she collected, and then she would take her palette of brushes, and she would just paint her still life. And even she even painted a trip to Vegas when she went, and things like this. And so she did more still life right here. This is the still life that she did. So she's quite talented, and but a very generous lady. She would donate to causes and so on. And she just liked to paint because she liked to paint. That was one of her passions in life. And she couldn't get enough books. She had a lovely book nook. And so, another one of the little tables there. She has such delightful things. And she used to put her jewellery on the wall with push pins when she ran out of room. She liked her dolls. And she liked dressing up. And she loved hats and jewellery, and she loved taking selfies. So this is their dog and her bunchies that she had to give away, and she got very depressed when she was talking to her daughter there over in Australia. So anyway, it goes on and things happen, and she goes to an auction, and another one over there with her selfie, and after being to an estate sale or something. She was on her way to an estate sale there, and she took a selfie of herself on her way to an estate sale. And another one here where she's taking off to go to more sales, and she got really addicted to sales. She really did all the things, car boot sales and thrift stores and estate sales and consignment stores, and you name it, she went. And so no more there where it got to the point where she was wondering after a while, she was burning so much gas going to all those places that she was wondering if she had to sell her car to pay for all the extra things she was buying, which is another exaggeration because she wasn't really that bad, but and here she is there at the auction. Crucial part of the story. She's screaming she's bidding. She's trying to outbid somebody else, actually. And so anyways, I won't go any further. This is another still life that she did. This here, right here. So anyway, the book's called Mrs. Higley's Clutter, and it would certainly make a great Christmas gift. It's quite popular, and it's got a 5-star Reader's Favorite award, which Reader's Favorite is a very respected review source, which is endorsed by the American Library Association. So she got this book did get a Reader's Favorite award, and it can be purchased anywhere. Like I said, it can be ordered online at Amazon or Barnes & Noble, or numerous sites sell this book. Powell's in Portland, Oregon. All over the States they can be found, all over Canada, all over North America, and found well, anywhere in the world really, because with the magic of the internet, everything is possible. So with the great distributors I have and the worldwide distribution through means of internet and my own personal distributors, it's everywhere, so it can be ordered anywhere. So I just thought it'd be a nice cheery thing to talk about today, because it's fall, and I love fall myself, and it's a time for fixing up and making the place cozy and everything, and being very creative. Fall's a great time to be creative. You can be creative in the summer too, but let's face it, summer draws you outside. Well, you can be creative outside too, yes, but there's something about fall that to me has always been my favorite season of the year, and for me it's about my most creative time. So thanks for stopping by today and viewing my video. I appreciate people who stop by and view, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. It's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, so I hope you're having a weekend, a lovely fall weekend, and I hope you're all well, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.